Congratulations Netball Northern, this is your new MGZST. It's in blue and Liz going to go through it right now for you. So let me pull off the cover and let's see what we've got. There it is. MGZST 815, beautiful colour, matches the rest of them, so that's even greater. Really impressed by the colour of this car. Alright, now first things first, let's talk about what fuel we stick into this car and how we access it. So the first things we need to know is it's going to come with 2 keys. Next thing, you've got remote access through pushing this button here. So again, proximity key in your pocket, in your bag, open and close. And one thing that's going to happen is the mirror is going to go in and out. There's plenty of room in the back seats, as you're well aware. And again, really stylishly appointed, so you can't go wrong. This is a really nice car. In the boot of the car, of course, access through here. And you'll find you've got a tray cover over the top. You've got a triangle down here, and then you've actually got a full spare wheel. Now, remembering that this car comes with a 7-year roadside assist and a 7-year warranty. All of this culminates through here. So in the event that something happens to you, you happen to be on the side of the road, call that number and someone from MG will arrange a pickup. Now, it's running LED lights, as you can see. Let's go around the other side of the car, have a look from a distance. Yeah, it certainly is a stunning looking automobile. Right, passenger seat, let's just go through here quickly, have a look inside this glove box and you'll find your manual. Alright, so that's all the details on the car, and again on this side, just as elegant as what we were from the other side. Now, the car's going to come with a free Tristram gift, so please look out for that. That'll be in one of maybe the back seats. So let's jump inside and take a quick look. So Matt's inside the car. The car is currently bleeping at me because I've got the lights on, so I'll turn that back to auto just by pulling this down to there. Now I've got control over that, and then I will send the hazard lights off. Now while I've got the keys and it's in the car, I can start the car, and as I do that, all the points of reference come up. So it's saying to me right now, 1, the volume's up too high, but the car is now ready to be driven. I've closed all the doors. It goes through its detection processes just to see what we would like to do. We've got MG Pilot on. So these are all the barriers around protecting the car and the sensors in the car to take you through things like driver assist and collision controls around cars coming towards you, and all of those sort of things that might come up. And I can show you how that's all set up soon. But first things first, let's go into the infotainment system. One of the things we want to do right now is change the fan level for the temperature, and I can do that by pressing up or down, and then I can also change the temperature down to hot or cold from here. I can also access that from this location. By tapping on there, I can move your aircon on, I can do recycling through the car, and then I can direct the speed of the fan from down here just by toggling along left or right. So relatively simple. Stop start is down here for the car. If I turn it into off right now and turn it back on without putting my foot on the accelerator, on the brake, the car will light up and it will show me everything I need to know before I get moving. So here's the car, here's the infotainment system. So let's get out of there for a second. One of the things you want to do is pretty much straight away is go into setup. Well, actually, you can go into any mode. Let's go back again. By pushing home down here, it'll take us back. I'm going to set up my phone. So phone. Now I'm going to go into my Bluetooth, and the first thing it's going to do is start looking for me, but it'll be looking for you. So you're going to be looking on your phone once you set your Bluetooth up is MGBT-B04C. Now once you've done that, you can actually load in your contacts and sync those as well. You've got contacts, you've got a call history, you've got a keyboard or keypad if you need one to get you started. So let's go back to home again, and then you can go into navigation. So I'm going to push this to get this car started and have it running for a little bit. Right, being that it's brand new, it's all relatively, most of it's all set up. So I'm going to push accept on here, and now the car is going to identify where I am, and then it's going to obviously give us the ability to make some changes to it as you learn the car and as you get moving. Alright, so I'll get out of there for now, and we'll go back into our home page. So that little home there is just bringing up your home. You've got music. You can opt into an audio, for instance, and you can set up your Bluetooth plate, change your settings in your sound. I can play FM right now if I want to. But one of the biggest parts and one of the best parts about the car is going into Apple CarPlay here. Let's see if we can set that up. Right, Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. Now that'll be a plug-in system, so that's your plugins just down here. So from your phone to that will actually bring up all your favorite apps that you like to use when you're traveling, including maps. So some people like to use maps for themselves off the car. I personally have all my maps all set up on my phone, so I prefer to run it that way. Right, and then we've got 360-degree cameras. Well, here's an interesting piece. This will actually give us different directions around the car. Just by toggling on the left, I can see what's behind me, I can see what's beside me. Now this is one that's set up, so you've actually, you can go into 3D by the way as well. This is set up so you can actually avoid a collision with say the curb, like there on my left hand side, and on the right hand side the same thing. These cameras are coming out of the mirrors on the right hand side. There's a camera in the front and a camera in the rear. So one of the things you will notice, and it might frighten you at the start, was that when you're driving the car, the front camera will come on, and as I turn the steering wheel, you'll see both front and rear. As I turn the steering wheel, so does the direction of the car inside the camera. So if I stick it onto reverse, or even stuck it into reverse right now, so I'll do that. Now it's got my direction finder, and I can move around, and I can move the steering wheel, and it works in synergy with that. Right, now let's go beyond that if we can. We'll go back into the home button here. Whoops, I've got it in reverse. I'll pop that into there. Right, and I can zip along and I can look at other things. So Android Auto is over here as well. Alright, so that sort of sets you up there. You've got an understanding of the controls down here for your hot and cold. There's an auto stop, and that's something that you would use just to hold you at a incline or a decline, somewhere like the lights for instance. And then you've got your park mode. You've got your D for drive and S for sport, and that's basically when you're in those gears, you are downshifting down, and then you're moving across to the right hand side for sport, and you can manually shift the car. Alright, right into the steering wheel and the driver assist modes. So this is your distance control, as you can see in the dash there. That'll show you that we want to change some distances, and that's just putting that in, but that's during cruise control, and you can alter your distances from there if you like, just by toggling the one below. So I can do that, and as I do that, you can see the arrow moving up and down. Okay, so that'll get you there. Lights on the left hand side of the stick, your wiper blades front, rear, and squirter on your right hand side. And then you've got your other information in the middle here. So I like the steering wheel because I call this on my right hand side my library, and as I toggle through that, I can actually see more information coming up on the car, and I can just scroll through. I could have a speed warning if I wanted to, and again you can just go through there and just change your menu if you like. By pushing OK means that you've accepted it. You can also use this, for instance, if you're not using say Apple CarPlay and call out for Siri. You can use that as well. You can change your channels, and say for instance if you had music on of your own choosing, back and forth, volume up and down. All right, well that's really about it. On the right hand side, just down here is where your controls are for your windows, and then just down here below that is where your mirror controls are, and also inside the colour of your dash. Okay, I don't think there's much more than that you need to know. There's plenty of space in this car. Again, it's really nice working with you guys. So this is one of 3 coming through today. I'll arrange for someone to contact you now, and then you can come and collect this car. Perfect. All right, thanks very much for buying your car from Trisham.